one wife. Erik Robinson, sen.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Annie. You just got the smoothest voice. Doesn't she have? She has like the smoothest voice for I've heard. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm the second smoothest voice besides my wife because I don't want to sleep on the couch tonight. But next to her, I'm telling you, she just got that thing. Her and Troy, y'all got to have a show. I'm telling y'all. Whoo! I'm excited. If y'all fired up, let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can y'all
Very
hear my
fired up.
testimony
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And also, can we give a round of applause for Tawana for holding it down? Woo-hoo, clap it up. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, you got to stay healthy. You got to get this drink. Now, you got to reach out to Siobhan Bowman and find out what's in this energy drink to stay healthy. Well, I'm saying that your health is your wealth, but also you don't want to step out and have a Tawana come in and you won't have a job. Oh, something saying, Uncle Jack, you better watch out, sir. Better watch out. Mr. Holston, talk to us.
Eric, real quick, I would totally be remiss if I did not do a huge shout out to you and Mr. Jacques Vaughn. Jacques yesterday did a podcast with AJ Jones, and it was phenomenal. One thing he mentioned, I wrote it down. He says, introduce up. And I immediately started calling some of the other legs, in conjunction with this whole level up promotion. And thank you and Jock. You were in the middle of or at the tail end of an IUL, so I called Jock, but Jock answered the phone. That just show you the kind of teamwork. And he spoke to a new veteran personal agent that I have, and it made a world of difference. And then I had him speak to you afterwards. But anyway, introduce up. So I've got like 4 other guys I'm going to call with you, and that is a huge piece that I had to be refreshed on. So I just want to thank you both for being available and just doing what you do. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. And for those who don't realize what he's saying is when you get new agents, introduce them to the people, introduce them to your hierarchy, right? And definitely introduce them to your executive directors and the people after that. And I took a page out of the book too, Derek. I had a young lady who was an executive director, and I introduced her. She already kind of knew, but I wanted to do a formal introduction to her to Myron, right? So I connected Myron and Leah. I was like, me and Leah usually meet once a week. And I said, Leah, I can't meet this week, but you know what? I got somebody to fill in. And I want y'all two to connect and synergize. And Myron said, Erik, man, she's amazing. I'm so glad you did connect with Sudu. So it's every level. So I'm going to be reaching back to the people and connecting them to the leadership. So it's always that connection, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to be the deal. So with that being said, y'all ready? I got a question for y'all. Y'all got to come off of me. I need to feel the fire. I got to come off of me, feel the fire. Let me know. Team, how y'all feel? And team, what's up?
Our
And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody.
Everybody gets a green sheet. Y'all can see I haven't been to the gym a couple of days, but that's all right. I'm going to get it back in shape. I'm going to get it pumping soon. But everybody gets a green sheet. So a couple of quick announcements. Gift. Thank you for taking that advice and getting out there, right, and doing it. And I haven't forgot, I still owe you a shirt, Gift, so I'm gonna reach out to you after the call. But yeah, thank you for taking that advice and getting out there and doing it. And I love that, and I love that what you did. Y'all, that's take a page. Just get out there, get the word out, right? Get the word out. You gotta always get the word out. Get the word out. Get the word out. Don't worry about where if they don't know you, they can't do it. I got a gentleman who's reached out to text me, one of my high school classmates, and this year we was at a high school gathering, sitting at the table together, and I really didn't do my job. He texted me, first time ever he texted me, talking about, hey man, I want to make sure you got the right coverage, it's open enrollment season. I'm like, how long you been an agent? He said, since July, since about 2 weeks, 2 months now. First time he's ever texted me in life, and I was just with him early this year, but I didn't give him my card. I didn't share him what I know I was doing. Somebody else did. Are y'all with me? Woo, got to get the word out, y'all. Don't think they know. Another thing, I was talking to my son about your words, because today I got a training for you. I was talking to my son about your words. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to watch. If you sit back and listen, I can kind of tell where your business is going based off your word track and your thought process. So you got to understand the human brain. I've studied the human brain a lot. The human brain will not typically do things counterproductive to what it believes, right? If you don't believe food is good for you, you will not eat food, right? Like if you don't believe drugs is bad, then you may take drugs. Like some people believe, hey, you know what? I think that the drugs are bad for me, so I'm not going to take drugs. I believe that smoking tobacco is not good for healthy for me, so I don't smoke. Those who smoke, they don't believe this. They're like, oh, hey, God made the tobacco, made the earth, made the plant. So your belief will determine your actions. Are y'all hearing me? See, if you believe I'm struggling, guess what you're probably going to end up doing? I'm struggling. If you believe sales is hard, guess what? You're probably not going to make any sales. See, your belief will determine your actions, ladies and gentlemen. So where do we get our beliefs from? What we hear, what we receive, right? The input, right? I think some has genetic, but for the most part, it's the input we receive. You take a baby, yeah, the baby kind of does his own thing genetically. You know, I was watching my little granddaughter. She started fighting, kicking with her legs. I'm like, where did she get that from? She didn't see that on TV, right? She didn't want to pick up. She started using her legs. So some things are human instinct, but some things are taught. What's been programmed? What's she been watching on TV? What shows she been listening to? So where am I going with this? I was talking to my son about his words, and he said something. I said, did you hear me about the follow-up? Yesterday I did my training follow. I said, what did Mr. Evans, Aurelio Evans, who introduced me, what was my story? And I think I shared my story with some of y'all. He's like, yeah, he was blowing you up. I said, that was an interesting choice of words. You took it like he was blowing me up. I said, he was actually following up with me. Now, some people say, Eric, that's just how the young people think. But let me ask you this question. When do anybody heard the term, they blowing my phone up? Right? She blowing my phone up. Typically, is that used in a positive note? Like they blowing me up trying to give me a whole bunch of money?
Negative.
Usually not.
Usually not, right? So he's like, yeah, he was blowing you up. See, so he picked up, he was blowing me up. And I'm like, see, when you think that way, I use the word follow up, you're going to probably have a hard time following up with people. Your follow is probably weak. Just the words you use. Well, what do you mean? Because you saw that as blowing my phone up. I saw that as following up as a professional. See, until you see that that's what professionals do, you're not going to do it. Because see, some of y'all probably think like, I don't want to bug them. I don't want to bug them. I don't want to do this. So you're looking at that as your mindset has not yet, your belief hasn't became that of a professional agent, of a professional leader. Are y'all with me? Well, I don't want to send the text messages out to people. I don't want to send the reminders. Why not? Because communication is important. See, I get messages from Kamala. They text me from Kamala, send money to Kamala. I get messages from Trump, right? And so I get messages from both of them. But why? Because they're campaigning. They understand the power of communication. If they don't go ask for the funds, they're not going to get it. Are y'all with me?
Mm-hmm.
See, professionals understand the difference. When you haven't been in that environment, some of y'all got to rewire yourself. So I'm trying to help y'all rewire yourself. See, so I'm like, if you're thinking about blowing it up, then you're going to have a hard time following up. Then he said something else earlier, and I was like, that word ain't positive. He said, what do you mean? I'm like, that ain't a positive word either. See, when you're looking at that with that word, then you're going to have a hard time building a team. I'm looking back at it, I'm like, let's look back at your track record. Is your follow-up strong? Probably not. Is your team building skills strong? Probably not. And these are the reasons why, because you're attaching negative thoughts. So y'all don't even realize it. Some of y'all are attaching negative thoughts to the thing that you need to do to build your business. So gift, that's why I want to celebrate you, because you almost started attaching negative thoughts. I'm in the line with these other parents. You got the thought I did, but do I want to bother them? What you talking about bother them? Used to say, people like say, I need that, right? What if you never reached out to them? You just heard the story from Dr. Teresa saying, hey, man. No, that wasn't Dr. Teresa. From Annie saying, this family died without insurance and GoFundMe was not enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to change something. And what it made me think about it? I won't say her name, but she said, keep following up, right? Because some of y'all are watching, y'all will never know who she is. I don't want to expose her. Y'all know who she is. She just talked. She said, one day they will break. She's like, keep doing it, because one day they're going to break. See, be careful though. That word track. See, the small words, one day they will break. Does that sound as a positive experience for them?
Nope.
One day they're going to break. I'm going to keep calm because one day they're going to break. It's not a positive experience for them. So how should you reword that? Give me some reword options. How about this? One day I'm going to get a chance to bless them. See, isn't that more? See, hey, y'all, no, right, not right now, but one day I'm going to get a chance to bless them. Ooh. Are y'all seeing the difference there? See, one way is thinking one day they're going to break. Now you feel like it's combative. So when you know sales is hard, and some people don't like sales, the sales is not hard. Some people don't like it. Why? Because they're thinking, one day I'm gonna break them, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna beat them up, I'm blowing their phone up, right? All these other negative word connotations. But I never heard anybody invite people to a birthday party going, hey, man, I'm going to invite Johnny. Come on, man, because you're going to break and buy me a gift. One day I'm going to get some money from you, and you're going to give me that gift, man. You're going to, are y'all with me? They don't do that when they're inviting people to a birthday party, do they? You're like, hey, girl, we're having a birthday party. Little Johnny's turning 6 months old. Really? Yeah, we're having a 6-month party. Come on over. Okay, what do you want me to bring? What do you need? We need more pacifiers and more diapers. We're having a gender reveal. What? We're having a big event. I did it. My son had a big event at my house, 100 people. We're having a gender reveal, so y'all get to find out what the sex is going to be. Well, we're going to find out when he comes out or she comes out, right? No, we got to make it a big deal so y'all get to know. But when it comes to our business, one day they're going to break. I'm blowing his phone up. Are y'all seeing what I'm saying? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Type in yes if you really understand. I'm not trying to get on anybody. I'm trying to help you rewire the way you view your business.
This is good.
Right? See, the way you view your business. Right? Tawana, I've seen a explosion. Like I know you're the next one. A lot of people think they're the next one. Tawana, you're probably the next leader, the superstar leader in the organization. Tawana like, hey, y'all, I got my business cards, right? I'm going to put them on the tables. Matter of fact, I just realized with Ethos, I got the QR code. I'm going to get another set and put the QR code on them. So now we can do this. Are y'all seeing it? It wasn't like, should I get my business card? I don't know. I'm not sure. Hey, it's shifted to I see a be able to bless them. Woo! See, so now she's getting creative with it. So now she was already creative, but now her creative juices are starting to flow with her business, and now she's starting to share her creative juices. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The thought process of what you have has shifted. And how do you tell? And we're gonna talk about leadership, and I'm gonna go into this leadership training for the next couple of minutes. How do you tell, ladies and gentlemen, we're building teams of leaders. At USAX, our goal is to build a team of leaders. And so how do you get leaders? You got to train leaders. The military has a thing. They call it officer candidate school. That's the leaders, right? You get the enlisted. Not saying the enlisted men are leaders, but at some point, then the sergeants, the enlisted, they got leadership schools for them too, right? The non-NCO school, they start teaching them leadership skills. In the beginning, you come in as a private, they just want to teach you how to fire a gun, right? There you go. NCO, they teach you how to do things. But then after a while, you start progressing. They say, oh, this guy, it looks like he's going to be a soldier. Let's advance him to the NCO school and start teaching him some leadership skills. Are y'all with me? Because they got to be able to lead the troops. Yeah, they shoot the gun, but then somebody got to be able to lead the troops. Know when to go. We got a whole bunch of people with guns. Man, we can kill each other if we don't have a leader telling us when and which ain't where to fire. Are y'all with me? Now, this is not life or death like in the military, but they got the same thing. Then they got the officer school. They say, hey, John, you can go to a military academy. We're going to teach you leadership from the beginning. You're going to skip over that. You're going to learn the basics, but we deem you as a leader. My brother, I got one brother in the Air Force. He went enlisted. He rose through the ranks and one of the top non-enlisted officers, retired. I got another brother who went to the Air Force Academy, the younger brother of the two. They're both older than me. He went to Air Force Academy. He retired, but guess what? When he came out of Air Force Academy, his older brother had to salute him. Every time he see him, he had to salute him. Oh, he used to make sure he would wear the uniform for a while, just so the older brother could salute him. Man, I got to salute the officer, this young buck. I've been in the military, and the older brother had been in the military for like 8 years before the younger brother graduated. Like I've been here for 8 years. This little young punk just graduated school, but he's an officer. He's been to the leadership school. He got to salute me. Bam. Are y'all catching that? But the military has a whole leadership school for that. They train these folks. And ladies and gentlemen, we can take a page out of their book. It don't happen overnight. So some of y'all think leadership just happens overnight. No, we got to be trained and prepared for that. So y'all ready for leadership class? Say, I'm ready.
Ready.
I'm ready.
Ready.
And so I want y'all to catch that though, but your thought process, start revamping how you view things. See, and one of the easiest ways is talk to people and see what they tell you, how they tell you their day went. When we do our successful, some people are like, yeah, I don't want to, I was doing, no, stop, y'all. We got to change the way we view. And I'm going to get into it, but I heard this guy was talking, showed him on my feed, and I'm like, who is this guy? I don't know who he is. So I'm not going to say his name, but obviously he's supposed to be like a big realtor guy in New York, right? And so I was looking through some of his little feeds, and he did like a training. And he was talking to real. He said, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how to get high listings, how to start getting these high listings. Because he's like, I'm getting $1 million listings and this million, $13 million, $15 million, $20 million. Let me show y'all how to get the high listings. He said, people, you got to build your own success. No, people care about your success, but nobody's going to promote your success but you. Ooh, that was big. Oh, y'all didn't catch that one. He said, people care about your success, but nobody's going to promote your success but you. That's why I got my 6-figure ring. Nobody said, Eric, what's that? That Super Bowl ring? You got to make sure they see it, right? Bam. All right. So people care about success. Xperts realized that. That's why they get the rings and things. That's why they get the plaques. I got the plaques in the back. But you got to promote your success. People care about it, but it's up to you to promote it. And so he said, y'all want to show you how to get big listings? People with $1 million homes want to know that you can handle $1 million home. He said, so here's what you do. Say if you're selling a $500,000 house, right? You sold another $500,000 house. You sold another $500,000 house. He said, when you go promote that and market it, package it together. Say, man, I got a $1.5 million worth of listings. And now somebody else who's looking to sell their home, they got $1 million home, they think, oh, okay, you just did $1.5 million worth of listing. He said, bundle that together, bundle the small deals together and promote the bundle. That's how you raise your game. Then now next, you do a couple $1 million home, man, just got $5 million worth of listings. Are y'all with me? And so it might not be the individuals, but it's up to you to promote the success. So how many of y'all are promoting the success as team members come on your page? If I go to your page, do you promote the success of your team members coming to joining your team? Ooh, and you and your social
Mine and others too.
Yeah. See, you got to do that. Ooh, Rodney, your team is exploding. Guess what? I would have that on my page too. Man, this new person, boom, boom, boom. Even if you don't recruit them. I know, Rodney, you got a couple people just recruiting people. Your page should be blowing up. Everybody's thinking like, man, that's all he does is promoting successful people, promoting in the group, but also promoting your individual pages. Are y'all with me? I'm telling some of y'all, but Eric, what about go create your success. Go recruit somebody and create a success story. Man, just have 3 people join my team. Boom, have 4 people join my team. Maybe you packed it up. Maybe I promoted one at a time and said, man, 5 new people just joined. Are y'all catching that? See, Derek, you can do that because you might have 8 new people join my organization. Are y'all catching that? Rick, I ain't got no one. Go get the one. Then start with the 2. Are y'all hearing me? Don't feel sorry for yourself. Go make it happen. Yes or yes? Y'all got it?
Yes, yes.
I'm telling you, that's a big thing. Is that people, they care about your success, but it's not their job to promote it. It's your job to promote your success. They care, but you got to promote it. We got to get good at promoting our success stories, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, don't be like, oh, okay. Stay small. One thing I realized as an entrepreneur, small don't make a lot of money. And small don't pay bills. I'm just telling you right now. People like, man, money don't buy you happiness. Ooh, every time I go by the malls and the successful store, it's funny. We got these 2 malls in Tyson's Corner in Virginia. One, they're right next to each other. One is like a Highline mall across the street. One, the other got Macy's. The other got Neiman Marcus's and all the designer stores, Louis Vuitton, and the other got another stuff, right? Tony, you know what I'm talking about right there. So you got 2 different malls right across the street from each other. Then I go to one mall. and this is both for the upscale neighborhood. It's still a very nice upscale neighborhood, $1 million homes around all around. But one mall, you can see the hustle and bustle of people. And I go to the other mall, it's like they just walk a little different, right? And I go into the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci store, they just look a little different. And then the people who actually buying stuff at the register, they just smiling. And it's so funny. We was in Nordstrom's, and me and my wife was looking at some perfume. Now you got the regular perfume. The guy called him the designer perfume. He said, "Oh, what kind of fragrance you wear?" And I thought I was doing something. Like, "Yeah, I wear the Ferragamo." He said, "Oh, you mean the one upstairs? Oh, you up there in the designer section?" I'm like, the designer section? Which section is this? Oh no, this is you don't find these on the designer. So those up there, you can probably get them at Macy's, maybe a few selections, but you can go get them at pretty much most of the stores. Right? Ferragamo, that's the designer. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. But he said, "Oh no, these right here, like $300, $400, $500. So she's like, "But are you a Nordstrom's member?" To Mary. I was like, "You Nordstrom's member?" I said, "What level you are?" And Mary's like, "I think we so and so." I said, "No, Mary, we not." She said, "Yeah." I said, "No, Mary, we not. We just basic." She said, "No, I think we are." And I was like, he's like, "Well, let me check." I said, "No." She's like, "How you know?" I said, "You know how you can tell the difference, Mary? Because when you're sitting here looking at these prices, me and you look at these prices at $500, $400, $300, how much is a small bottle?" Right? We sitting there looking at the prices of the stuff. The people who are like the platinum elite, they just drop their card down and purchase. He's like, "You really?" I said, "Oh, you see that lady right there? She just bought like 4 or 5 bottles. She just spent like $2,000. Bam, dropped the card down and walked out the store. Me and you been here for 30 minutes sniffing the smell of fragrances and looking at the price tag. We ain't there yet, right? So what I'm trying to say, don't act like money can't buy you happy. This lady was happy. She boom. Me and her like, man, we smell the fragrance. I said, give me extra shots. At least I can walk around the mall and smell good for a little while, right? I'm rubbing it all over myself. I'm like, man, I'll be back. So what I'm saying, y'all, we play small, your money's small. So we got to be big. Are y'all with me? Because I said, one day, man, you are going to be just drop the card down and not look at the price. Now, she liked the fragrance. The fragrance just didn't, her bank account didn't like it. Mary loved that fragrance. Our bank account just didn't like the fragrance. Like, that's one of those Christmas anniversary gifts. But one day it's going to be a daily gift. Just like that lady just dropped the card down. And he said, "Oh, you know the difference between your card and her card? Their card actually makes a sound. When you drop the card, go bing, it's metal." He said, "Yeah, their level of cards is metal. Yours go, psh, yours is plastic. There's blings." I said, "Yeah, man, we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet." She was fighting. "Let me up." "Yeah, don't. We don't want to get embarrassed just yet. Trust me. You know, Dr. Mary, you can't tell her nothing anyway. So she had to go find out the hard way. He pulled up. Basic. So anyway, where I'm going with this. I don't even know how I got on track. All right, bleep that out. As directors, make sure you bleep that part out. Don't put that in there. Okay, cut that out. All right. So editors.
No, keep it. It makes sense. Keep it.
It makes sense, but also makes it good for a couch. I ain't trying to sleep on a couch tonight. Maybe watching the replays. So anyway,
They say the same thing, though, when you go to get RVs and stuff like that, too. If you got to ask how much it costs to fill up the tank, the gas, they say you ain't ready.
You ain't ready yet. And there's levels to it, right? So I get it. So what I'm trying to help us escalate our levels, right? So with that being said, I got 5 minutes to tell y'all that I can't do it in 5 minutes. I'm not going to do it. Jocks, I can't blame him today. So today at the team, what's this called? Office hours. I'm going to be talking about this at the office hours, and tomorrow I'm going to talk about the leadership. But if you want to talk about leaders, get this book. It's the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. So today at the office hours, we're going to break this down. So that's what the office hours is going to be about. Because as you develop leaders and your leadership skill develops, you'll start to realize, and I'm just going to share this. There's a difference between recruiting, Derek, and this kind of when I realized the difference now, recruiting versus building. And I'm trying to figure out how do you really distinguish the two. Recruiting, somebody just joined, you get the AOA, they sign up, be recruited. Building is when you really start instilling those leadership skills. And in Xperia, does anybody know the first true leadership position in Xperia?
SM.
SM. Ooh, yeah, it's the SM. Because even I looked at the what do you call that thing? The guidelines, right? I was looking at the new guidelines and I was like, let me look at the new guidelines here. And it's still the same old guidelines, but I was just pulling it up and somebody had put it in my face. So I'm looking at the guidelines, the promotion guidelines, and it says right here, as the senior manager, the SM level, it says now to get to senior manager, you can do this based off a team premium. FAs and SFAs is all personal premium. The senior manager, $30,000 in team premium. That's when the team premium kicks in at the senior manager level. And that's really the first level of leadership, y'all. We got to get to SMs. So here's the difference I'm talking about recruiting and building. Recruiting, you can just recruit your way. But building now, you got to start leads. You got to help the team. You got to get licensed agents, right? You got to help them get licensed for those who are not licensed. You got to help them do some production. So you got to help them start writing business, okay? So that's the difference between just recruiting somebody. When you start building, you're helping them write business. You're helping them get licensed. You're helping them go through the process of learning the industry, learning the business, right? And I know Derek said now you transcend to now just a recruiter to you're now that builder. And now your workload is a little bit different now. Workload is a little bit more, you know what I mean? So now and you can tell some of the people who just want to be a recruit. But ladies and gentlemen, what if we start encouraging people out the gate to become leaders? You know, your recruiting efforts go a little bit easier now because now people are expected to try to become a leader, not just be a joiner. Y'all with me? So when you raise the expectation levels up, that's the difference. So where am I going with this? It's that leadership piece, not the leadership piece inside you, but then the leadership piece that you're expecting your new recruit to become a leader. So when you expect them to become a leader, you expect them to attend some of the meetings. You expected them to get the trains, right? You expected them to show up on time. Are y'all with me? The expectation, what you're looking for is different. And that's going to change your business when you start expecting more out of the people, sometimes more than they expect themselves. Because when they're brand new to this industry, they don't know what to expect. They're nervous. They're scared. And when you're a new recruiter, new to recruiting, a lot of people, you're just like, hey, just happy to get the recruit. But as your leadership level develops, you realize it's not just happy to get the recruit. I get happy when I am able to start building them. I'm able to start giving them the skills that's needed to become a successful agent. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, today's team huddle, not the team huddle, 12 o'clock noon, experienlife.com. Tune in. We're going to talk about that. That's going to be a leadership masterclass today. So you come to the office hours. If you want to learn how to become a better leader, I'm going to give you a beginning masterclass of leadership from 12 to 1 at the office hours. I'll be there on time. Also, I don't know what the ticket price is. If you haven't got your tickets to level up, get them. You heard Derek say it best. Get your level up tickets. I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer, game changer, game changer. Not only for you, get your team to get a ticket. That's what Derek's like, man, listen, Nancy's got a whole bunch of tickets, but I'm looking at 8 legs of people. I'm looking to have about 100 people there. 50, he said 50 people, 100 people there. He's like, man, so y'all, your expectation starts to rise. Don't worry about what it looks like today. Raise your expectation and then you'll get there. Because there's not a person on this line that can't have 10 people at the level up event. We can shut this thing out. We can sell it out before the doors even open. So with that being said, my clock still says 9:30. I'm going to get out the way and turn it over to the Relay King, Mr. Troy Gandy. Thank you, sir.
Ooh, all right. Thank you, Master Trainer and ED, Mr. Eric Robinson. As always, bringing the nuggets out of your bucket. And with that being said, we know we heard some good information all this morning as we pass the ball around the house. And before we get started, we do want to say, well, may the great Jehovah Rapha, our master healer, cover Dr. Lady T. O'Day and all that you're going through and restore you 100% to total restoration. All right. And now, with all that you've heard from Brother Holston and Burke and Phillips and Annie Willie and none other than Miss Tawana herself, who did a phenomenal job this morning. Kudos to Miss Tawana Chisley once again. Yes. And let the hands go up because now it's time for the recap relay. And this is where you get a chance to hop on the track and run the race that's going to take you through the finish line. You know what it is to get the 6 figures in 6 months. It's still game on, folks. So get it on it. Let's go. All right, first leg, lady herself, the poetic justice, bring it down, Miss Tawana Chisley.
Okay, this topic today, Eric, is hitting home for me. It was actually, so one day I'll actually bring it up, but that mindfulness, being mindful, FULL, because I deal with this on a daily basis in my home, trying to talk my daughters off the ledge, so to speak. So honestly, one day I started quoting some things, and I told Jock this the other day. I said, I sound like Eric. What in the? It's like, where did that come from? You know? Oh my goodness. So, two quotes that you said today I really like is, if you play small, and this is how I write it down, playing small equals small money. And nobody's going to promote your business but you. So get on it.
Good nugget. I got that one too. That's a nice one. Yay, yay, yay. And that takes us on to the second leg of this relay, the man with the shiny, the dark brown shiny nugget. I got to distinguish the two. And that is none other than the man called Money. Bring
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes, sir. Always made me think two things. I just made me think about it. It had me thinking about this because I had people at times see in hear him say, "I'm trying." When I was just thinking about that. Instead of saying that I'm trying, you should say I'm in the process of doing. Because when you say you in a process, that's saying that you're working to something because you're in a process of something. But also, Eric, it made me think of something back. This you might remember this when I was in the car business. We was in the car business together, and I went in this store and I bought this stuff. I was shopping, and I was telling Eric, I was telling the lady how I got mad at this lady because I had bought this hat and she had told me the price. And I was saying, you said that like I don't have no money. Because sometimes when people say certain things, it can offend you. Just that one thing, her telling me the price. You know this hat cost this much. It offended me. So it made me flash back to that one time.
She tell her to get it right.
It got me. It offended me, man. And then Eric one time said, "How do you get offended?" I said, "Man, do you know who I am? I'm Stephen Short, man. You'll be asking me stuff about how much my stuff costs. I'm going to buy this. Don't ask me what the price is because I wanted it."
All right. You said it. You put her in her place for real. Call her out on it. And with that being said, that is going to move on, and he's brought the baton on around. We at the 300 now. We were getting ready to start that third leg at the 200 mark, giving it on over to Mr. Derek Holston.
All right. So what I took out of this morning, of course, multiple nuggets always. And I always fall back on that saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And it's amazing how you could hear from the same person. It's a different teacher, right? So it's just your growth. And that book by John Maxwell, rather, I have it. I'm going to read it again because it's going to take on different meaning, and I'll highlight different things that stand out. But leadership is what it all comes down to. And, in the beginning, I was opposed to coming into this model, if you will, with building an agency, because I've been through network marketing. And I just got to a point where I said, I'm tired of dragging grown folks and trying to make them responsible to do better when they're complaining all day, right? So that's kind of where I was. But you know what? I find that if you look at it differently, this platform is very different, and we can really help people. But at the same time, we want to work with the willing, right? And that doesn't mean that people aren't willing to learn. Sometimes they're a little nervous, they're a little afraid, and that's okay as long as they're willing to try. But if you're sitting there complaining all day, that's it. So anyway, I hear the music, feel like I'm on the Oscars. I'm gonna go ahead and get off this stage. So
all right.
Eric and Jacques always.
Cool, cool, cool. That takes us around to the place where we get to bring it home. Seeing no other hands, we know we're at that 300 mark and we got 100 yards to go. And we getting ready to pass it on to our very own Xperia, Shakari Richardson. And that is our woman that does it like no other, none other than downtown Rita Brown. Put your Nikes on the track.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Don't worry, be happy. Work ethic will help you get to ED. Keep balance in your life. Focus on the follow-up. No is not no. It just means not right now. September is a great month to increase our business. Take advantage of it. When you bring new people in, introduce them up to your hierarchy. It's the connection. Just get out there and get the word out. Don't think they already know. Human brain will not do anything counterproductive to what it believes. Your belief will determine your actions. Your belief comes from the input that we receive. Do you believe you are blowing someone's phone up when you constantly call them? Or do you believe you are following up as a professional? Blowing someone's phone up is usually negative. If you're thinking like that, you're going to have a hard time following up. Your belief has to be that of a professional leader. Communication is important. Rewire yourself. Stop attaching negative thoughts to the things you need to do for your business. Don't think one day they will break. Think one day you will be able to bless them. Rewire the way you view your business. Shift your thought process of what you have. The goal of the USAX is to have a team of leaders. Leadership doesn't happen overnight. You have to be trained and prepared. Build your own business. People care about your success, but you have to promote it. Promote the success of your team. Go create a success story. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Go make it happen. Don't stay small. Small don't make a lot of money or pay bills. Escalate your level. As you develop leaders, you will realize there's a difference in recruiting and building. Recruiting is someone just signing the AOA. Building is instilling leadership skills. SM, senior manager, is the first level of leadership. You help people get them licensed, help in writing business, help them learn the process and the business. Encourage people to become leaders. Expect your new recruits to become leaders. That will change your business. As your leadership level develop, you are not just happy to get a recruit. You get happy when they begin to become leaders. Raise your expectations. That's it. That's all.
Woo! That's where we go. Pour the water on them smoking hot tennis shoes, them Nikes right there, because that lady just did it. As Nike says, just do it. And she does it each and every day. With that being said, we know what we want to thank each and every one of you for participating, because just seeing your faces and having your presence is an inspiration in itself to each and every one of us. And we know we're starting the day off with good people in a good place. And I want to give it back for the last remaining words coming from our ED himself, Mr. Erik Robinson, the owner of the Nugget Bucket.
Only thing I can say after that, Rita, I don't know how I speak and I feel like, did I even say anything? And then Rita comes behind like, oh my goodness, good thing this is being recorded, Rita. I'm gonna take your thing, make me feel so good. Oh my goodness, Rita, you do it great. Only thing I say is if you're available, our office hours, we're going to be there today, 12 to 1. It's XperiaLife.com. It's on XperiaLife.com. If you're in person, we're in Lanham, so we can be there today. And the other thing is going to be tonight. We have our Hug Zone, HUGSZONE. If you want to know about automations of marketing, I'm not sure what the topic is going to be, but we'll have our automation of marketing team with Hugs Media. And you don't have to be Hugs Media client to attend. You just come learn. You can come learn. So I tell you, even if you don't have our program, our platform, come learn. And tomorrow night, beat Derek. Oh man, you're reading my notes, Derek. I don't know, you can't see it, but it's right here. 100 BTO. That was my last thing I wanted to say. Right here it says 100 BTO. tonight. 100 BTO tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday's BTO. We got to get to 100, y'all. If everybody on this line right now, if we just all bring 2 or 3, tell our team members, I don't care if it's a filler. Listen to me. Even if it's a body, your son, your daughter, your aunt, your cat. If your cat got a Zoom link, put your cat on. But 100 people, let's get to 100. Once that Zoom says 100, imagine what's going to happen next. Remember I said the story, the compounding effect? See, it creates the success stories. So you're like, well, there wasn't all business part, all guests, and some people, you don't understand. It builds, we got to build our success stories. So now we can say we had 100 people on that BTO Wednesday, and we each can go out there and say, and they're like, 100 people, what was y'all doing? What y'all talking about? And I'm going to say, take a page out of Corey J's book. She called it a wealth party. She's doing an event for herself, and she's calling it a wealth party. Tomorrow night, man, it's going to be a wealth party. What you got to do, we're going to go out there and talk about this wealth and talk about this money. So we're going to come up with a fancy name for BTO. Y'all think about it. I don't want to steal her wealth party ideas, but y'all, we got to think about something that's attractive. Are y'all with me? So tomorrow, that's your homework assignment. Tomorrow on the call, I'm write a note. Your homework is come up with some attractive names for BTO other than just calling it a BTO. All right? Attractive names. Now, that's what I said, Corey J, they call it a wealth party, attractive names for IBTO. I know we was doing a influencers thing. We was packing house for the influencers. So we got to find something to make it fun and make it sexy. Talk to y'all know what's going to be attractive, right? And that's what we get. That's the mission, what we got to do, where we got to go, whether it's a leadership name or it's wealth, money, however it is. So I'm going to be quiet and say, as you say it, Rita, by way of Troy, that's it. That's all. See y'all later.
Yeah. All right. Peace of the Lord be with you. Have a blessed day, everybody.
Also with
Have an awesome day, champions. Go get it.